Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. With me now is Jed Hutchison of Zoetis. Jed, thank you for being here with me this morning. We're going to talk a little about some of the programs that you guys offer and talking about genetic testing. When people first hear that, I think they're thinking of using it for bulls, looking at bull selection in the purebred world, but it also can be applied to the commercial sector. What does a commercial producer need to know about genetic testing with you guys?
Yeah, that's a really good question, and you're exactly right. Previously, it's always been a seed stock deal, purebred cattle, but now available to commercial cow-calf producers is Inherit Select. And that test enables you to look at kind of peeling her hide off and understanding what her genomics have to offer you. And especially when you look at today's market and the price of these cattle is just astronomical, right? So the highest we've seen in a long time. And so how do we know that the individuals that we're going out and we're spending all this money on are really carrying those traits and the things that we're wanting to be present in our herd today?
So when a producer is using this, what value are they looking at getting at when they're using this to look at their replacements?
Yeah, that's a really good question as well. And so I guess when I think of producers, we're going out and we're buying the very best bulls possible, right? We think we're implementing those traits and those genes that are going to help advance our cow herd in the right direction, but are they really? And also, how do we know which ones are the bottom end? How do we filter off the bottom side of that without taking some of the top as well? And so I think this just enables you to identify the cream and be able to peel off the bottom layer of that as well.
And switching to gears from the buyer's perspective, when a buyer, sees that the producer has utilized this, what does it mean for their bottom line?
It means that instead of doing the very best that they can with the tools that they have available, now they can get really specific and they can look at specific traits and know, okay, we're weak in this area. We need to be better in fertility or calving ease. And so now we can use bulls to mate with those females and know that we're going in the direction that we want to be going in, not guessing.
I know that, when you start looking into genetic testing, it can be sometimes overwhelming. Yeah. What's that process like for a producer who's new to it and has no information about their herd to get started using this?
It's a really simple process. It's as easy as running those cattle through a chute and essentially giving them an air tag. It's a little tissue sample that's collected and takes about 20 seconds to run them through and get that, and then you send that information or those tissue samples into us, and then we run all the testing. And then once you get those samples sent in, we will come back with you and go through all of that information and kind of help you dissect what you've got back and be able to move forward in the direction that you're trying to go.
So not only is the process simple, but y'all have a great team of support behind this process for producers to utilize.
We think so. We've got a really, really strong group of individuals that have been in the industry, in the genetic industry, for a really long time. And so, yeah, as far as being able to stop in and visit with us here while we're at the sale or getting on the internet at inheritprogress.com, those are kind of a couple different areas you can go to kind of find us and be able to learn more about it, but certainly would love to sit down and visit with anybody that'd like to learn more about it.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Be sure and stop by their booth. They'll be here all week and you can learn about their genetic testing. Don't go anywhere. We have more Superior Sunrise up next.